So why water fasting? After I posted my first video, my brother called me like within 10 minutes and was like, why? I was like, did you not understand the words? And he's like, no, I understood the words, but just why? And so I got into with him my thought process and reasoning why, what I've learned, what happens when you water fast. Um, your body not naturally does a process called autophagy, which is breaking down of unhealthy cells or cellular components and kind of recycling them, if you will, breaking down the components and recycling them and using them elsewhere or just eliminating them if they're bad or broken. Um, that's a process that happens in our bodies naturally. It usually kicks on after about 16 hours of not eating. So those intermittent fasters out there are getting some autophagy benefits. Um, it really peaks after a couple of days of not fasting. And I think of it like a factory. If you shut down the line to maintain the equipment, it will run more efficiently. If you don't maintain, you will get breakdown. Sort of like changing the oil in your car. I mean, you're not going to do that while driving. You've got to take a break. And so our body is naturally built to deal with broken bits and or malfunctioning bits. And so fasting can really accelerate and tap into that. So that's one, is to really try to get my body to start correcting the things that are broken or the ideally in this case the cancer cells, if you will. Um, but that's not the only reason. Fasting also, if we're feeding ourselves, we often feed for not just nutrition or fuel, but we feed to deal with painful, stressful emotions that we don't want to process or we don't want to confront. And I mean, I'm a self admitted binge eater. So, I mean, I have a long and complicated history with food um, that I would like to take this opportunity to address and to um, kind of reprogram or reset that side of things. Now, when you're not able to use those mechanisms of coping that you normally would, I think it allows a lot of emotions to come up, to force you to work through them in different ways and create, new coping mechanisms um, and new behaviors. And then the third way is that during this fast, I mean, I'm not working, so I have a lot of time. And with that time, I plan to do a lot of meditating um, because that is the key to rewiring the subconscious brain, which is in control of most of the things that we do, the habits, um, the thought patterns that are on repeat every day. And so through meditation and really finding that calm, present place, um, we can start, dismantling those hardwires and creating something new, something useful. Um, so I would like to create, a new relationship with food when I start refeeding. I would like to create, an optimal environment for my body to kill this cancer and heal, um, as well as, healing other things. And also using it as a process to transform my mind as well as my body. And so, on the other side of this, that's where, you know, the question that I've been told by my coach to keep asking is, um, well, who would you be on the other side of this? And um, what what if that the person on the other side of this was a calm and peaceful and positive um, person? And what would that look like? And just envisioning that future. Um, and one tool that I've been using is to embody the emotion and really just already begin thanking my body for doing what I want it to do. And so a lot of my meditation involves connecting with that gratitude and um, allowing that to sort of trick my body into thinking it's doing it or it has done it already, and so it knows the pathway. Um, Hopefully that makes some sense. Hopefully it wasn't too woo woo, but that's essentially, my three main whys. And again, super grateful I have the opportunity to do this, and I think it's going to be great. So I'll keep you guys updated.